Thank you for coming to that again, my friends. Yes, we're back down here on the Mississippi River. Appreciate you coming in, my friends. Yeah, I know it's after 3 o'clock. What the heck am I doing out here on the river this late? I usually quit about this time, but what the heck? I got out here. I wanted to mention to you guys this live feed's kind of dedicated to a few friends that donated to the channel that helped us get out here today. I'd have never been able to make it out here, I'm afraid. I was broke, man. I was looking through the couch for change, to be honest. But thanks to donations, we're out here fishing. Hopefully we can catch some fish, folks. Hopefully. We ain't even taking a cast yet. I'm getting some bait on this hook. I haven't unwrapped that one yet. Yeah, I think I have these switched up correctly. Because I think your weight should be on this side. Oh well. Got 70 worms. It took a while to get these suckers too. They seem to be a little bit messed up with the temperatures we've been having recently. Kind of bouncing around. It's pushed the worms down a little deeper too. As you guys can see, the water's dropped quite a bit. We've gone down probably about 2 feet since our last trip down here, which was just about 2 days ago. So 2 feet in 2 days. That's a foot a day. Wow. That just popped in my head. That's a foot a day, folks. All right, first cast out here. Let's see, where do I want to cast here? Maybe that. This is going to be the heavier weight, so I want to try to get this one to the right. All right, that looks good for this one. Thanks to donations from Rich, a buddy of mine, and Carp. We're able to get out here and fish. I appreciate that, my friends. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Welcome back in, folks. I forgot to give our little intro. Thanks for coming back into MVP Fishing. Yes, this is our channel, folks. This is our channel. Without you guys, I wouldn't have a channel. I'd just be the old guy fishing down here on the river by myself. Yeah, I did that for 40 years. So glad to have someone to fish with. It always kind of amazes me how the fact that I saw that. Popping it pretty good there. Stinker, man. That was popping it. That's dropping that sucker pretty good. Get that back and look. That was too far over to the right. Yeah, this current's ripping right now. We got a barge downriver, and we got another barge straight out from us there. There's some significant barge traffic right now, so. Get the rods out. I'll get the backup cell phone going, and we can check that chat, okay? That's the big one. I had to dig quite a bit to find these suckers, and temperatures we've been getting have been weird. I mean, it's 90 degrees one day to 50 the next. It's kind of even shocking the worms. That's when you're getting some weird temperatures when even the earthworms are acting nutty. I had to go about 2 feet down to get these guys. Usually I don't have to dig that deep. That one's holding. That one's holding way to the right. Way to the left. Alright, looks like she's settling down now. That barge is making it up here. She's gonna pass your view in just a second here. kind of stabilize it properly. I am using a 1/4 ounce of weight on this one, so it should be able to hold out there. I gotta just trying to see if I can drift this a little bit more with these temperatures we've been getting, trying to keep that bait moving slightly. Ooh, yep, I see that current. Yep, they look pretty good. All right, let's get that backup cell phone and we can check that chat. Okay, folks? Appreciate you guys coming in. I know we're late, folks. We're really, really late. Oops, I forgot my can't read you guys' chat without my lenses. Go. Read you guys' chat without these. Yeah, we got quite a... Oh, crying out loud. Where the heck did that breeze come from? Dang. Where the heck did that breeze come from? Knocked you guys right down. Sorry about that, folks. Sorry about that. Wow, that's going to be a nuisance. I'm going to have to kind of embed you guys in the sand here a bit. And that could have been worse. You know, the sand don't hurt too much. You just feel like an idiot when you fall in it. Oops. That's the first numbskull blunder of the day, right? Let me go get a couple rocks so I can throw them in. Evidently, that wind is going to be gusting a little bit, so we might have to worry about the tripod falling, so... Alright, that should hold her up, folks. Yeah, that ain't going nowhere. That 30-mile-per-hour winds, that ain't moving. Sorry about that, folks. I gave you a little clump on the noggin there. Oops-a-daisy. I hope that didn't hurt too much, folks. So sorry. I'm so sorry. MVP did it again. Oopsie. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Okay, googly. Oh, what you gonna do, folks? What you gonna do, my friends? Alright, let's see. We're gonna go to this. That's not right. Alright, here we are. Alright, we're in, folks. 22 people in, 13 thumbs up. Awesome, folks. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, we're late, but we're in, folks. Rob Wilson, what's going on? How you doing, my friend? And Scooter, what's going on? Scooter says MEP. Rob says hi. Scooter says Rod. Rod says hey, Scooter. And Red Bull, how you doing, Princess? Thanks for coming in, my friend. Red Bull says, hope everyone is a great and wonderful day. That's what's going on. How you doing, Chris? Let's see, Chris says, good luck, Mike. Let's see, Danny, what's going on? How you doing, my friend? Let me make sure to get that pinned up here, Danny. Switch to my main account. The googly. Ah. Yeah, that's the trickiest thing about doing live stream is doing this. And let's see, there we go. All right, that's fixed up. By the way, I also have linked, like, see, I've also added links to my to my Chime account and to my Facebook account if you guys want to check that out as well. All right, we're back, folks. Let's see, Danny, what's going on? Danny says hi, Chris. Miss Kiki says hi, Miss in chat. Come on, come on. Got him. Got him, folks. It's on. It's on, my friends. That's fighting pretty good, whatever it is. Not fighting like a drum. This is the big one. What we got? We've got, oh yeah, a big drum. Well, that's a big one for our first fish. Wow, that's a big drum. Yeah, that's about 6-7 pounds. Man, that's a big guy, folks. Hold on. Yep, that's about 6-7 pounds easy. Yeah, that's probably, oh, good googly, man. Look at the belly on that fish. I'm gonna go 8 on this one, folks. Yeah, that sucker's got a pound of eggs in his belly. Sheesh. Yeah, that was a largemouth, man. Yeah, my arm's buckling on that one. That might be our first true freshwater drum river monster. Wow. Heck of a first fish, folks. Yeah, I'll go 8 on him. With that belly, check that belly out on this. Look at that. Look at that belly on her. Yeah, she's full of eggs. Oh, yeah, mad too. Make sure that other rod's not going in. Gorgeous first fish, folks. What do you think? A great thumbnail there, folks. Beautiful fish. Yeah, that'll go. Tell you what, I've got my scale with me. Let me do a quick. I haven't done this in a while. I'm gonna go about 7.5, 8 pounds on her. All right, these guys are pretty easy to weigh. So, they got mouths like bass. So, all you have to do is kind of hold them there and get a good. Let's see. 7.18. So I was a little low. 7.18, folks. Yeah, I was a little low. I said 7.5 and 8. So gorgeous first fish, folks. Let's get one more look at her. Clean her off before we let her go here. Get her back to doing her thing out here. Yeah, that is one awesome first fish, folks. Like just over 7 pounds. Beautiful. All right, buddy. See ya. Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you. All right, let me get this rod back out and I'll come check that chat, okay, folks? Yeah, that was 7.18, so I was a little off. Not too much. My arm's got a pretty good scale on it, to be honest. I was right in the middle of our beginning chat and saw that rod going ping, ding, 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 ding. Guess I better set the hook. That's definitely a river brook, but not quite a river monster yet. In about 2 years, that fish will be over 10 pounds. Yeah, drum grow pretty fast down here once they get to a certain size. And that's where all the worms are. Yeah, I dug about 70 of these guys. I didn't have time to get 100. They're better quality worms. I only have to put like 2 or 3 of these guys on the hook to cover even the biggest hook. They're the biggest red wigglers I can dig. I had to dig quite a bit. I mean, I had to dig down a good 1.5 to 2 feet to get to them. And I do apologize for getting out so late. And I was in bed at like 11:30, 12 o'clock. I couldn't get up. I didn't have any coffee in me. And thanks to donations from Warp and from Rich, we can get out here and fish today. I hope that wind block is helping, folks. We do have about 8 or 10 mile per hour wind down here right now. Not too bad. That looks pretty good. That was snagged. What's that crap? Yeah, when you get this kind of stuff on your line, you're not going to get a bite. Get off here. Get off. Yeah. Ah. That's okay now. Now, folks, I'll get back to that chat in just a minute here. That's pretty good. All right. We got muck on our screen up. That drum already mucked up the works, didn't he? All right, here we go, folks. Where was I here in chat? Here we are. Miss Gigi, what's going on? How you doing, my friend? Denny says, hi all, chat. Make sure to like and subscribe. Share out the channel. Yes, sirree. Helps out the channel so much, my friends. Let's see, 46 people in. Let's see, and let's see, 29 thumbs up. Awesome, folks. And Richard, what's going on? How you doing, my friend? Yeah, again, thank you, Rich. Yeah, this live feed is kind of dedicated to you, buddy. I wouldn't be out here if it wasn't for that donation, my friend. And same thing, Orp. Let's see, Hurley, what's going on? How you doing, my friend? Hurley says hello. Chris says, yeah, that was fun. Hurley says, ouch, that hurt. Sorry. I feel sorry. We feel sorry. Feel sorry. Let's see, Chris says Hurley. Let's see, Pierre, what's going on? How you doing, my friend? And Gator, what's going on? Gator says hi. Hurley says, I'm going to enjoy your channel is what I'm going to do. Awesome, my friend. That's exactly what I'm out here to do, to share the outdoors with you guys and chat and have some fun. Let's see, Chris says Pierre. Gator says Pierre. Chris says Gator brother. Miss Gigi says Pierre and Gator. Gator says Miss Gigi. See, Danny says Pierre. Danny says Gator brother. Chris says, I thought I'll butter Gator. I didn't say it. Oh, boy. Let's see, Chris says fish on. Yep. Gator went laughing his butt off. And Ed, what's going on? How you doing, my friend? Ed says Mike brother. Chris says Edward. Danny says Ed. Ed says Chris Gator Danny brother. And Vasco, what's going on? How you doing? Vasco 4000. Vasco says hi. It says awesome, Mike. Let's see, Scooter. Scooter says nice catch. Chris says Vasco. Ed says Scooter. Gator says yep. Well, you were close there, my friend. 7.1. That was a pretty good first fish. Let's see, Scooter says Chris. Gator says Scooter. Miss Gigi with the fish emojis. Pierre says Miss Gigi. Scooter says Gator. Ed says please like and subscribe. Comment. It helps out the channel so much. Yes, sirree, my friend. Let's see. Ed says Miss Gigi Pierre hello. Pierre says Edward. Miss Gigi says Edward. Edward says hopefully everyone is having a spectacular day, my friend. Yeah, it's a beautiful evening down here. It really is. I'm so glad I got out. See, Ed says, not bad here either. It's about 60, 62 degrees. It's not uncomfortable. Let's see, Sebastian, what's going on? How you doing? Sebastian says hello. It says Sebastian. Let's see, Bambi, what's going on? How you doing, Bambi? Bambi with the prayer emojis and the thumbs up emojis. I do appreciate that, Bambi, and thank you for coming in. Hope you enjoy the show today. It says Bambi, hello. Sebastian says hi. Peter says, Ed, I have 2. I'm still trying to pass. They got me on meds, trying to break them up. Oh yeah, the kidney stones, man, I hate them. I got 3 or 4 little itty bitty ones on here. They're watching like a hawk. Let's see, Ed says, I know what you're going through, brother. Let's see, Ed says, yep, get some prayers for my friend. Let's see, Rocket, what's going on? How you doing, Rocket? Rocket says hi. Let's see, Gator says, yeah, it's painful. I do know. I mean, it's that burning and every time you want to move, it's painful there, yeah. It's Miss Gigi says, hopefully you soon too are feeling better, Ed. It says thanks, Miss Gigi. All right, 39 people in and 30 thumbs up. Those are pretty good numbers, my friend. Let's get back to some fishing here. Yeah, I've got to watch these rods like a hawk sometimes. You guys know how they'll bite. Yeah, we might be over. It's a little bit too far to the right. I'm not sure. Depends upon how this current pulls the rods. Now, they might be stacked up over here to the right. I ain't even tried that yet. A lot of times, they'll stack up over here on the right before this stuff comes out. It's kind of snaggy over there. Look at that. Bait is gone, folks. Ooh. Man, he just stripped it. Yeah, sucker just stripped that bait off. There ain't even so much as a piece left. They're good at doing that down here, folks. I won't be looking in the other direction. Somebody be pecking on that line, and I'll come back, and if I won't even notice, and that bait will be gone, man. Here comes another barge up the river. Hold on to your hats. Hopefully we're pushed back enough. I think we are. We're about a foot and a half back. Hopefully that's good enough. Should be. I don't know how that sucker got that bait off that netting. This is the beginning of the year, folks. This river gets better and better as it gets warmer. And I got a little bit of bait off. Put some more on here. And when you're out fishing like this and you're using bait, if you're out here using bait like this, don't be stingy with it. So many days I've been out here and I couldn't get it biting until I put a couple extra worms on there. And they started getting it. Yeah, the back current's ripping to the right. The main current's moving so quick that it's keeping the lines pushed towards the right. That's interesting. And the wind's making it a little tricky to see those bounce bites. They look pretty good. Man, I was in bad shape in the house. But I feel so much better out here, folks. Rocket says pomegranate juice. Cut out soda. Interesting. Let's see, Gator, what's going on? Gator says, thanks, Miss Gigi. It says Rocket. Edward says, I don't drink soda. Oh, you mean for the kidney stones? Yeah. Actually, another good thing to help with kidney stones is actually Mountain Dew. And surprisingly, Mountain Dew's got a lot of citrus in it. It helps to keep them from building up too badly. Especially if you're, let's see, low sugar cranberry juice. Yep, cranberry juice works good too. Peter says, I don't drink soda. I got sweet tea. I'll drink a little lemon tea every once in a while. See, it says lots of water. Yep, that definitely helps too. on it pretty good there. See, Rocket says, do cranberry juice in a glass jar. Always better, no preservatives. Play goes bad pretty quickly if you don't drink it. Alright, I got it, my friend. Let's see. Malik, what's going on? How you doing, Malik? Malik says, water seems to be lower today. Yeah, we're about 2 feet lower from our last trip. You can see the rock face from where I was fishing way up there. They're holding a lot of the water, the springtime flood stuff that we usually get up river to, you know, for the crops and everything, which is understandable. Let's see, Danny with the googly eyes and Bill. Edward says Malik. Edward says Fun Mix. Gator says Malik. Malik says Danny. Let's see, Malik says Chris. Miss Gigi says Malik. Danny been laughing his butt off. Let's see, Gator with laughing his butt off. Let's see. Malik says Gator. Malik says Miss Gigi. Danny says Malik. Malik says Edward. Gator says thanks, Swedes. Let's see, Danny laughing his butt off. Miss Gigi says Gator. Edward says nothing wrong with Swedish. Danny says Swedish nut hottie. Let's see, Raylon Pack, what's going on? Raylon Pack says, asks, is he on the Ohio River? No, this is the Mississippi River, my friend. We're down by the Arch in St. Louis. Let's see, yep. Alex says, Ray, Mississippi. Got him. Whoa. Yeah, I felt that rod hit the butt of my shoe. Man, these guys are fighting today, folks. That's another big one. Another 3.5, 4 pounder. Easy. I can't lift this with my line. I'll break it. Yeah, I got you, buddy. I got you. Yeah, that's another nice one. That's our second of the day. That's another nice, like 3.5 pounder. Yeah, it should go about 3. Probably a little hair over 3 pounds. So that's another nice 3 pounder, folks. Gotta love doing this, folks. That makes sure my other rod don't get pulled in. These guys are mean today. Who don't like drums? Check this fish out closer, folks, in the sun. Silvers and purples and pinks and just a gorgeous fish. He got a little bit of a funny head, but like I said, we all have funny looking heads. Look at me. Jeez, dude. Give the drum a break. I love these guys. Gotta love it, folks. All right, buddy. See ya. Thank you. Thank you. Look at him. He's sitting there in the shallow. Appreciate it. Okay. Man, I feel so much better now. I'm stuck indoors and feeling like yucky and get out there fishing. Always gonna help your mood out, my friends. Get the muck on the line on this side over here. Back. I don't know, what did I should brisket from the biscuit. Try casting here to the right. Going right in there by that rock face. I know it's down there. It's like, oh, rock. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do it. 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 I want to go further out. If I'm going to do it, I'm going to go further out. Get past that rock face. That should be past that rock face now. Alright. We'll put that in a little bit deeper in the water. That's in about 15 feet of water, so that's a reasonably good chance to get something like a blue cat or a big sturgeon or something out there deeper. How is that holding? Not great. bouncing. He's ripping into the rock. Yeah, I probably have to put about a half ounce of weight on to hold out there. So he's ripping into the rock. So let me compensate a little bit by casting out debris and letting that hit the bottom there. On the bottom. So it takes that, even that quarter ounce of the weight, it takes like 8 or 10 seconds for that to hit the bottom. It's shallow over here to the left, which is surprising why those drum are in there so shallow. They only do that when they're nesting. They should be done nesting by now, but they're not. Stinkers have got things on their minds. Oh, that's 3 nice worms. So the rest of them get back in there. Hey, come back here. My tissue, I don't want to litter. Hang on, folks, let me get this rod back out. I can check that chat again, okay? Go. Be over here. It's like putting candy out here, these one kind of worms. Hard for them to resist it. Especially when you gob it on like that. Very realistic. I was casting out there and that's back out here. That drifting. Now I'm drifting to the right again. Hey. Now, she's drifting okay. That backwards making it look like it. Alright, I think we're okay for now. I just don't like where this is holding. It's going way too far over to the right. Yeah, we're just getting started, so I'm trying to figure out which angle to get this one rod out here. Where's that going? I guess it's okay. It looks okay now. Sorry. That's Reese says. Oh, Sebastian says thank you. Edward says, Ray, hello. Secret says no challenge there, Gator. And he says I'm going to immigrant. See, Gator says I'm sure he has already picked a couple, Chris. See, Gator says now you're becoming a foreigner, Danny. Foreigner of a foreigner, huh? You're already from the Netherlands. Now you're going to migrate to another plow. Okay. Let's see Ed laughing his butt off. Let's see NJ Guard, what's going on? How you doing, my friend? NJ Guard says, hey, Mike. Appreciate you coming in and visiting, my friend. See, I can't pronounce that name, but wait. Ampersand K. How you doing, my friend? Ampersand K says hi. Let's see, Miss Kiki says I'm going to the other way around, NJ. Let's see, Danny says hi, NJ. Let's see, Chris says NJ. NJ Guard says, hey, Danny and Chris. Let's see, Gator says NJ. Chris says you're going to switch with Danny. Whatever. Let's see, Danny laughing his butt off. NJ says, hey, Gator. See Gator laughing his butt off. NJ says, Giggy, hi. Let's see, It says fish on. Yep, Malik says, Miss Giggy gonna listen to Hardtech and French Core. Let's see Jenny with the fishy emojis. Yeah, I feel so much better getting out here and fishing, folks. It really does help. Miss Giggy said, was planning on moving with the Claudia Crisset. This chains. Let's see, Shark, what's going on? Shark says, what are you fishing for? Let's see, with worm out here, sky's the limit. We're down on the Mississippi River, so our potential species are freshwater drum, buffalo, common carp, grass carp, channel catfish, blue catfish, sturgeon, and there are more on the list, but those are some of the more prolific species down here. Let's see, Chris says fish on. Malik says drum. Yeah, we've caught 2 drums so far today. One just over 7 pounds, and one probably about 5 pounds. Let's see, it says freshwater drum. Here with the heart emojis and the 100%. It says beautiful colors. Thank you, my friend. Let's see, Celevin, what's going on? How you doing? Celevin says hi, and with the thumb emoji. See, Chris says pineapple, 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 Miss Giggy. See, Feston says nice fish. Miss Giggy says pineapple is a fruit. See, Malik says I haven't had a pineapple in a while. Actually, I haven't either. Oddly enough, I've got a couple cans of pineapples at home, but I haven't dug into them. See, Gator says kiwi are amazing. Go to channel on this one. Let's see, my D Kim, what's going on? How you doing, my friend? Maddie says hi. How you doing? This Cookie says dragon fruit. Let's see, Gator says dragon fruit is hard to find here. Also, Malik. I don't think I've actually eaten dragon fruit before. Made the line go slack on me. This one just doesn't want to hold the right spot. That one's holding fine, but this one not so much. Amazing how one leak will just ruin any potential of getting a bite. A little extra worm on this one. After 20-30 minutes out there, these worms can lose a little bit of their scent, so you gotta. Come on, buddy. Bouncing pretty good. Again. Bing, bing, bing. Ah. He was holding on to it. Man. Stinker? They're good at doing that, folks. They are. That fish was just holding on to it and kept on messing with it. He sat there for 20 minutes pecking on it. Felt him. It actually felt pretty good. Yeah, we're just using garden variety little red worms right now, folks. So you don't really need a lot of expensive gear to come out here and catch fish. Yeah, this is a little fluger. Yeah, that was that. I got that help from donations from Chris and Malak and a number of other folks. I appreciate that. That's not enough. I can tell I ain't covered that hook all the way. Just make sure there's none on the ground there. Pretty good again. Nice little gobby gobble. Yeah. Something pretty big out there just slapped the surface pretty far out there. That was probably a blue thing. That was way out of my distance. Look how that current ripped me all the way down to the right now. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna have to cast further up that way. Hope that wind block is helping, folks. There is a decent amount of wind out here. I wouldn't want you guys to be getting that audio messed up on you guys. Hopefully she's working okay. Looks pretty good, folks. Alright, let's get back to that chat. What's going on? Come on, get off. Swipe to a different live feed there, didn't I? Come on, get tight. I think she's good. Let's see, Maddie says hi. Dragon fruit? Let's see, Gator says dragon fruit is yep, got you, my friend. Let's see, 89, what's going on? How you doing, my friend? 89 with the heart emojis and the fishy emojis. I appreciate that. Hope you're enjoying the show. Let's see, Malik says, Miss Kiki, do you eat oranges dipped in sugar at Christmas time? Let's see, Shark says, dragon fruit is kind of tasteless. Jesse, what's going on? How you doing, Jesse? Jesse says hi. Let's see, Malik says, is this stream without any trains? I don't know. I mean, sometimes they go by, sometimes they don't. We'll wait and see. I can't make the trains come, Malik. I mean, geez, dude. Let's see, Malik says, did they finally, after a year, unload all of Mike's gold? Ha ha. Oh yeah, they're running a lot to get that one sliver of gold down here, huh? I couldn't tell. I'm like a whole gunk on here. Yeah, I got a lot of worms in here. They're just all stuck in one spot. Yeah, they ain't going nowhere. Yeah, I had to put some bricks behind you guys. The wind's blowing right in your faces, so I had to kind of set her up a little better. Looks like the camera angle's doing pretty good. I might move a little bit, folks. We might be off spot here. It looks like this might be a better angle to fish this spot. Be surprised. One of the big things about doing this is getting the right angle to fish these spots. Lay back on that. Sucker falls down again and the worms don't escape on me. What do I want to do with this? Like cast her up there in the trying to get this to hold in the right spot, but I don't want to do it. It's okay, I think we're doing okay. Just put a little bait in the water. Never hurts. I've got the old belief, folks. If you feed them, they will come. Let's see Danny laughing his butt off. Let's see Marcelo, what's going on? How you doing, my friend? Marcelo says hi. How you doing today? 33 people in. Let's see, and 47 thumbs up. That's just freaking amazing, my friends. Yeah, it's a late trip today, folks. We just got started around 3:30, so come on. Come on, you little stinker. I can't keep that from blowing over. I really can't. I mean, this is too much wind out here right now. See what I can do to keep this sucker from getting out on me. Ah, you little stinker, man, that was pulling on it hard. Just flat out missed that one, folks. That's our first actual miss. By just a split second behind that sucker. What am I gonna do with that sucker? It just keeps gonna blow over. So what am I gonna do? That'll keep the worm from getting out. So that's all. You can sit on its side as long as it don't. As long as it can't get out. Last trip down here, we got like 7 or 8 of those big drum. We also got big old common carp, sturgeon. You never know what you're going to get down here, really. It is a little icky, to be honest. That water ain't over about 45 degrees, so going over that water feels like an ice cube coming off of it. It's pretty good. One big old gob of worm. I want to move this blob further over here to the left. That means moving all my rock faces. Got him. He's on, folks. He's on. Oh. Got him. That's another nice green apple. That's about 2 pounds. That won't go about 3 pounds. That's a little thinner of a male. Another nice fish, folks. Come here, buddy. Come. Yeah, that'd go about 2.5 pounds. Not quite a 3-pounder, but still. Now these are the size you would want to keep. See how healthy and clean and silvery that fish is? Is a young male. Probably only a couple years old. Hasn't been in this river for too long, so it doesn't have the yucky, funky taste that sometimes they get down here. Gorgeous fish, folks. Absolutely beautiful. Oh, dude. That's our third of the day, folks. Number 3. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Gotta love doing this, folks, right? We're gonna get him in here for a close-up for you guys. All right, buddy. See ya. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate it. Now that one hit it while she was bouncing. Go away. Come on. He came in and took a secondary look at me. It's like, who the heck hooked me in the lip? Smart sucker. He did. He come in and take a secondary look at me. He came out and came right back in and looked at me. My hands are ice cold. That water's like, after a couple of those fish, your hands start getting pretty cold. There's a pop. And the other rod, that bigger weight, they just don't really seem to want to hit it. The lighter one, they're popping it pretty good. Goes to show, I mean, this has got I believe an 1/8 of an ounce. That's got a 1/4 of an ounce on it. They're basically in the same spot. Man, it stinks. Got how tough these guys can be to keep on the hook. I'll be so glad when my night crawlers roll up. My night crawlers right now, folks, are about the size of the tip of your finger. In about 2 weeks, they'll be big enough to get on the hook, though. They grow pretty fast. I guess it's okay. It's okay to me. Yeah. Gotta wait until that line stabilizes all the way. If you don't, you're gonna have slack in your line. I did that a few times this spring, and I missed a few really big fish. Not spring, actually late winter. Late winter, like about 2 weeks ago. I missed a couple of really big ones. It's on. He's on there. He was just sitting there with it. We got, folks. Another nice drum. Another solid pound and a half. Another nice one, folks. That's another like nice pound and a half fish. Another healthy one. These, like I said, these were the guys you want to take home to eat. Where's that hook? Got that sideways, huh, buddy? And I need my pliers, probably. You got it bad. Yeah, there we go. Got it, folks. We got it. Yeah, it was sideways up there in the upper part of his jaw. Look at that top dorsal fin. That's the only defense they've got, really. See you, buddy. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate it. All right, let me get this other rod back out and let me come check that chat again, okay? We're trying, folks. Sometimes these guys can be tough to man the chat and fish at the same time. And that one again just sat there with it. Almost sat there with it and didn't move. At least I don't have to worry about dropping my worms in the rocks down here. Guys in the book sometimes. Right. Saw that. Run in with it. As we were talking about it, Mal, it sounds like we might be getting our first train. If we might be getting our first train, folks, earbuds out, man. Volume's down. See, Jeffrey, what's going on? How you doing, Jeffrey? Get the earbuds out, my friend. Volume's down. That drum almost became cat food. Yep, they take the hooks a little too deep. I will take them home and I'll make sure that none of that fish gets wasted. Smog says, it's a Danish train. Let's see Grumpy Bass, what's going on? How you doing, my friend? Grumpy Bass, let's go. Smash that thumbs up and subscribe. Oh, you little stinker. Missed him. I was gonna have trouble with that too, obviously. Let me put another one on this one. The sun's getting low already, folks. We might be out here fishing out in the dark. Too difficult to start a little fire right here. Light. Heck, honestly, I can turn my scooter on down here and get light for about 20 minutes. Of course, that scooter has to turn on. It turns itself off about like every 20 minutes. So it doesn't do anything. Yeah. I don't know how to do that. Both look pretty good. This big cat boat going up there. Clean, man. Sheesh. They're good at doing that too. They can clean that worm off. Like in a blink of an eye, man, they can do that. Problem is, you never know what the heck they are. And that could be like a 50-pound flathead, I wouldn't know. Don't expect a big fish down here to double the rod. "99 times out of 100 down here, they will not double the rod. So let's give it a couple swings. Coming up and tasting the meat. Sometimes when I get them big night crawlers later in the season, they'll double those rods just because that's like a delicacy to them. They see a lot of red worms and white worms and stuff, but night crawlers and stuff they don't see a lot of. Back down to the right again. Really need to cast that down. Wait, it's first. I think that'll do. And drop it too. If I call back. Last week. All the way down there. Isn't it amazing? Like I cast it way up there and it wound up way over here, right? If I put too big a weight on these little stickers, they won't get. Hit it and just sit there with it. That's even harder. You can hold down. Good enough. Good enough, folks. off my line. Where the heck am I? It's not right. There we are, folks. Sorry about that. Where am I at here? Here we are. Alex, Grumpy Bass. Let's see, Joshua, what's going on? How you doing, my friend? Joshua says, Mike. And Randy, what's going on? How you doing, Randy? Randy says, turns out I'm 7.5 Dutch. Grumpy Bass says, Joshua, hi. Grumpy says, Randy. Randy says Grumpy. Randy says FMT. Randy says Joshua. Luck says Randy. Time to plant tulips. See Luigi, what's going on? How you doing? Luigi says Luigi. Luigi says hi. Let's see Randy laughing his butt off. Joshua says PR. Here says Randy, friend. Let's see Danny says Randy. Grumpy Bass says Danny. Danny says hi, Grumpy Bass. Steve says, Randy, we both need to Dutch flag. See, Randy says, Pier, my friend. Let's see Randy laughing his butt off. Here with a thumbs up. Alex says, good to see you, train. Paul's all my cars in the garage. Like, I got a scooter, Malik. Randy says, did DNA test years ago. I'm English, Native American, Portuguese, Dutch, Norwegian, Italian. Lithuanian, Scottish, Irish, Canary Island, wow. Let's see, Randy says, I'm African. Let's see, Pierce says, Darren Parrott to Randy near Netherlands. Let's see, Randy says, Randy. Miss Kiggy says he might be trying here. Let's see, 28 people in, 56 thumbs up. That's just incredible, my friends. We've caught 4 so far today. Our biggest was just over 7 pounds. Our angles and stuff look pretty good too. Honestly, but the way this current is, I should be set up right here. That's just kind of off angle. Like, I thought they might have been setting here. Apparently they're setting here. Off a little bit. Whenever the current starts moving that direction, I get biased. And Pierce says he's trying the diggies. They look pretty good to me, folks. Let me just put that up here. There are options I can do. And I got the thing. Crap. Something on the way in. And that had to be messed up. I don't think that's coming off. I hooked the hook. That's quite not a bank, too. Yeah, when you know it. I have to retie. I'll tell you what, while I'm retying, I'm gonna make sure this other rod is in the location I was getting those other bites. Make sure we've got one rod at least out here. Look at that, cleaned off again, man. Whatever is over there, just cleaning that hook off. I ain't even seen them. Yeah, we're gonna have to retie that, but that shouldn't take too long. I've gotten better doing that recently. I can't believe that sucker's pulling those arms off that quick over on that one side. pretty good. Yeah, we're gonna at least put this in the same spot that goes in with the bites. That way we can keep one rod out catching fish. I should probably be fishing on that end. I'm gonna move that over here just a little bit. I'm gonna need my box. Little green box. Okay, where is that? Do this pretty quick here. I need a hook. And there. That's the tricky part, finding stuff. I've tipped this thing over a couple times, so all the stuff like all in one pouch. Ready to go. That might do. I'll shake that a little bit. And yeah, that should do now. Now these hooks, you just stupid ones, you gotta off shank them a little bit. You just gotta bend them with your fingers a little bit. Oh, you little, how the heck did I miss that? That's a good pop, too. I hate it when it scrolls on its own. Now I've cut down to one worm. I don't seem to care now. Probably do that. I'm gonna move one rod over here to the left a little bit. Yeah, I've got. Because I'm sure this other rod will get bites if I move it over here to the left, and this one needs to be about here. We're gonna move it a little bit. Good. All right, and that's so much easier to cast with this thing too. A lot less effort. Good. So let's start working on getting this rig back up. I've got any weights. Hang on. Get that from my other box. Alright, let's go into overdrive and get this done. I do so hate it when I get snagged like that. Slows up the works, messes up everything. Nice medium sized weight. I don't want a big one. Let's just put an egg. Egg weights tend to roll quite a bit. That's right. Yep, that's perfect. That's perfect, folks. Plus that snag's got me a little worried. I don't want to bite. I think I got him too. Jeez, did I hook that? Missed it. It's kind of small, whatever. It felt like a little blue catter. Trying to get this other rod rigged up, Fishy. Give me a break, sheesh. See how fast I can do this. Need a swivel. Wait. No, he's gonna be hitting it. You know he's gonna be hitting it, folks. This leader, ow. Right. Hate doing that. they got snagged, folks. I got to retie. So, got one rod still out there, right? One time the thing about using swivels is that when you're trying to tie a hook, when you're trying to spin the line, you can't spin it. Because it unspins on you. Because it's a swivel. Next, tying the leader on. 5, 6, 7. Pull, stick it to the pole, tighten. And I missed it. Right. I missed it. Trying to get too quick. I see it bouncing, folks. That on there. All right, now we gotta get the hook on. That's off sync now. Sure. That was absolutely wonderful, wasn't it? Let's go with water. Now, but that's good. Just got the other one with it. Ah. Snap it off too. No. Crap. Just got this one rigged up. And got her trimmed up. Oh, I'll try something different with that. It's definitely like a little drop on it. That might be a possibility. Well, that trim is long. Hang on to it. Yeah, I think I'll put a crappie jig on this other one. It's kind of drifter in here shallower. It's very possible there's some bigger fish in here shallower. So. Instead of trying to fish out super deep, let me go shallow. We're having some technical difficulties. I don't know why I'm getting snagged out here. I think someone's fished out here and got stuff snagged. I usually don't get snagged out here in the spot. Could try, drift fishing a little crappie jig over here, right to the left or to the right. I don't know. We still got options, folks. When you change up techniques, a lot of times you'll catch different species of fish. So. We caught 4 nice ones already. That's a good start. so short. Can't even turn her. Just got this one right back up. Now I got to rig the other one back up. And I see exactly what I want to put on right there. These little stinkers were tough to catch, tough to dig today. I'm sure when the weather stabilizes, they'll get easier, but right now they're being a nuisance. Where the heck do I cast this so we don't get snagged? Oh, come on, give me a... What the heck? Mine just snapped. Oh boy, man, what the heck is going on? I could fix this pretty quick. What the heck? Give me a second here, folks. I know how to fix this. Sometimes when you get a backlash on bait casters, when you're using like 8 or 10 pound tests, you will get a groove in the line and it'll snap it. But I know how to fix this pretty easily. What I'm going to do is just tie a quick nailless nail knot on here. Then I'll attach the two lines the exact same strength as pencil strength as the main line. In fact, this type of knot is actually stronger than the main line. Of course, tying it out here in the middle of nowhere is a little bit of a trick. And it's just basically two slip knots together. Just to make sure, we're going to tie a couple of little overhand knots. And that's not going to be as strong as the main line, but get us back fishing. I'm glad I grabbed it quick. Alright, that looks good. I'm just going to... trim up those tag ends. Gotta get this back here to do this. Get snagged out there, please, while I'm trying to do this. If you're a fly fisherman, you know what a nailless nail knot is, or a double slip knot. It's a good way to attach two lines. I don't know why that did that, but it did. I have no idea why that did that, but it did. It's fixed now, and that bait's gone already. What the heck is going on out there with these fish? I can't keep any bait out here without it getting torn to pieces. Well, when it happens, when it rains, it pours, folks, right? Get snagged. Friggin' line breaks in the middle of the spool for some reason. I don't know. Folks. We got one rod back out. Let's see if I can get the second one back out now. on her. Something real simple on this one. I think will work. A little jig head, maybe quarter ounce jig head. Let's see if I can find one in here. I saw one in here a minute ago. There it is. A little quarter ounce jig head. Fingers. There it is. Yeah, this is a little jig head crawler technique. It's actually pretty effective. We're having a little technical difficulties, but we're working with it, folks. We're working with it. This jig head's not opened up. Obviously, I've never used a jig head before because it's not. It's sealed. And it's like sealed too. It's opened up. Yep, sometimes Steve Turner's he doesn't always open those eyes. Still not open enough. Wonderful. Got him, folks. Got him. It's on. Oh, that's white. Yikes. I don't think this is a drum, folks. That is not a draw. Come on, reel. Reel. Drag a little. That's not a drop, folks, I don't think. Common Carp. It's time for another train, folks. Earbuds out. That's a nice common carp. 5 or 6 pounds. Come on, buddy, give it up. Give it up. I got you. I got you, buddy. Come here. Come here. Come here. Swallow my dang hook. I'm not getting that back. Man, these guys can fight, folks. Damn, sucker. Trying to keep it clean while they just don't like to give up, folks. I think we got her. Yeah, it's about 5 or 6 pounds. Perfect specimen of a carp there. Yeah, I cast that in a little shallower. Man, that's a fat lugger. Woohoo! Got that hump on top of his head. A perfect specimen. Orange tail. That one might be starting to think about bedding. If you've got a little fan, there, but gorgeous fish, folks. Beautiful. Look at that hump on that fish. That orange tail. Orange and red, just a gorgeous fish. So we've caught 4 nice drums so far, and this is a gorgeous carp. So that's 5 we've caught so far today. Gotta love doing this, folks. Gotta love it. Beautiful. All right, buddy. Back to the wall. Thank you. Now both rods are out of commission. That one's swallowing my hook. I gotta put another hook on. Sheesh. I'm sorry, folks. I ain't been into the chat for a plug minute here, but man, having a little trouble with this right now. I'm doing my best. Big. Small one. I guess that'll work. Nice little big. And a smaller one in here. What happens when you got 2 minutes? Oh, that's yeah, that's about right. Yeah, that's perfect. Yeah, that's the one I want. That's the one I want right there. Yeah, these stupid circle hooks. If you off shank them a little bit, they work fine. I just bend them a little bit outward. They seem to work fine. We got both rods out of commission now. Appreciate you guys coming in, my friends. I hope you're enjoying the show today. Enjoying the show this evening, actually. Sand in the eye. Go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Take it through the hole. Missed it. Let it go. Now it becomes tough. Back through there again. Yeah, this is just a double clench knot or fisherman's knot. There we go. Back. Yeah, that one was too difficult. The other one, I'm still trying to work on that jig head, getting it right. Tell you what, folks, after I get this rod back out, I'm going to check that chat. I think I've let you guys wait long enough. Hey, I am a YouTube angler. I'm trying to fish and do content, and the fishing part does make it a little tricky sometimes. Fishing part can make it a little bit tricky sometimes. I sometimes think I should have made YouTube rock collecting or something. I don't know. This is so much fun, so much excitement. It's the one thing I really know how to do. Seriously, I don't know how to do much. This is one thing I know how to do. All right, that's back. Finally back. What does it want? My reel needs some work. Over. Unless it got sand in it. This one took over. It's not out. Dang. I got sand in my glass. Let's see what I'm doing. That is not casting. I have to stand up and do this. This is not casting. Tight. Will do. So the rod back up. Sorry, folks. I've neglected you for a plug minute there. I apologize. Let's see, 48 people in, 70 thumbs up. Awesome, folks. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's see. Where was I in chat here? All right, here we are. Miss Giggy says, hey, might be pretty. Let's see, Pierce says he's trying, Miss Giggy. Let's see, John, what's going on? How you doing, my friend? John says, what's up? We're doing okay. Well, late start today, about 3:30. We've gotten 4 nice drum and a common carp. Let's see, Terry, what's going on? How you doing, my friend? Randall says, Terry. John, what's going on? John C. John C says hello. How you doing, John C? John C says, Randy. Miss Giggy says, John. John says, Miss Giggy. John says, Pierre. Les, what's going on? How you doing, Les? Les says MVP. Appreciate you guys coming in, my friends. Let's see, Jack, what's going on? Yep. Let's see. Locked Up Drag, what's going on? How you doing? Locked Up Drag says, Dushan. See, Jack says, hi. How you doing, Jack? And George, what's going on? How you doing, George? You guys are having a great evening, my friends. Let's see, Miss Giggy says, nice. That's with the fishy emojis. And the fishing fellow, what's going on? How you doing, my friend? Fishing fellow says, nice. Let's see, Howard, what's going on? How you doing, my friend? Howard says hi. All right, see, 19 people in, 71 thumbs up. All right, let's get back to some fishing and let's get this other rod back out. I wasn't backed up as in chat as I thought there for a minute. That's a little big. Well, I could try it. I don't know. Probably should just go back to a small Carolina rig, but I don't want to work on that whole crap tire back on. This crappie jig trick should work if I can get this stupid jig head opened up. I think that's opened up enough now. Hopefully we can get this back out here quick. Sorry about neglecting you guys in chat for a minute there. We got snagged. We got our line. Our bait caster broken deep in the spool. I had to retie that. Then we got another snag, and we got that carp, and it's been kind of hectic right now. All right, I gotta trim that line up. Be back real quick. Trim. Alright, we're just gonna, this is gonna be a little jig head. We're gonna bounce that around a little bit down here right now. I got plenty of worms, they're just all in one gob in here. I don't know why worms like to do that, though. Like a ton of soil and all, they all want to sit in one spot. The temperature's dropping down here fast, folks. The sun is setting. It's getting cold. Alright, I think that'll do. If I'm gonna get bounced around by snags, I'm gonna make sure I've got a simple rig. This little jig head crawler technique. I learned this from Pig Patrol. It's a little jig head you just use instead of a weight thing that weighs. Fish in shallower places without having to worry but too much about it. You get the jig head snag, oh well. So you can bounce around stuff much better with that jig head. Be surprised, I've gotten some big stripers down here with that technique. A little jig head crawler right by the bank. I've gotten some decent walleye. Pretty effective. All these worms are just in one gob in here. I can't get to them. Yeah. Like every time I look in here, I think I'm out of worms until I tear this gob apart. There's like 20 of them in there. Keep an eye on these rods, folks. Keep an eye on these rods. Never know what you're going to catch down here, really. One minute you're catching drum, the next minute you're catching big carp, next minute you catch a striper. It's like, you never know. What you catching up there, man? Hey, what's going on? Few drum. Okay. Yeah, just a few freshwater drum. That looks pretty good. And that drift is, we're gonna quickly that's one thing about the jig head technique, you gotta just kinda keep casting her. Alright, I think we're back in chat, folks. Push me out of my feed again, I hate that. See 33 people in, 74 thumbs up. Awesome, folks. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Fishing Felon says nice. Let's see Jericho, what's going on? How you doing, my friend? Jericho says hi. Let's see Johnny Lamb, what's going on? How you doing, Johnny? Johnny says MVP. See Eugene says use live bait. The fish will with small bait. The only place to get live bait down here is primarily at a bait shop. They do sell minnows. Now, I can spend a while to catch some skipjack. It's pretty tough to get anything like crawfish down here. And to be honest, worms are pretty much a live bait. Now, tell you the truth, they do work. I mean, I've seen people bring crawfish down here, and they'll get some big ones. See, Eugene says hi. Hi, Eugene. Eugene says, "Be happy with what you catch. Just imagine there's no fish at all. Then you can complain." Yeah, I'm pretty happy right now. 4 nice drum. Still getting bites too. That's a pretty good pop. 4 nice drum and a big common carp. Got him. Got him, folks. Got him. And that's a smaller drum. That's the smallest drum yet today, but still, this is a fish, folks, right? That's a little 1/2 pounder. Yeah, our biggest one of these was about 7 pounds. Now a lot of them we be getting is like 1.5 pounds, 2 pounds. That's just a little stinker. Gorgeous little fishy though, folks. Gotta love doing this. Oh, buddy, whoa! Yikes! Man, they are good at slipping out of your hands. There you go, folks. Cool little 1/2 pound drum. All right, buddy. See ya. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Appreciate it. Let me get one more worm on here. I'm very happy with the day. I didn't think I was going to get out fishing today. 5 drum and a common carp. That's not bad. Look at that. That's why it's doing this. I missed an eye. Of course. That's why I had to be casting. That makes sense now why I had to be casting. I missed an eye. That's a good cast. I like that. I feel like re-rigging the whole thing because I'm missing one eye. So I really should be casting this over to the left, to be honest. Kind of move that back from here. Cast this over here. Got both rods back out finally. Poncho. The only fish I'm getting are in right by the bank with like real white deer.
Huh?
So yeah, I'm getting bites, but they're in right by the bank down here.
You bought it back?
Yeah. Yeah, they're all spawning basically though. Those drums come in and spawn pretty early in the season.
Oh.
Alright, let's get back to that chat, folks. Yep, a cute little one. How you doing? See, Mog, what's going on? How you doing, Mog? Mog says hi. And Ken, what's going on? How you doing, Ken? Ken also says hi. 15 feet to land, 76 thumbs up. That's just incredible, my friends. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'd like to move this over a little bit. I know I'm off this spot just a little bit. If I could just get my one rod over here to the right. This way. Oh, you little stinker, man. Tick, 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 tick. Second behind that one, folks. moved it. I did. Fantastic. Right. Quick, quick, come on. Come on, buddy. Got him. Oh. Got that one, folks. Fish on. Another nice drum, folks.
Huh?
That was on the jig head crawler.
You not taking a drone?
Nah,
I do.
I'm on live stream, man. You know how I do this stuff. It's all catch and release. You can have one. I mean, you can have this one if you want, or you can.
That's right. What about it?
People like to see them release, you know, but they'd like to know that they're out here so they can come catch them. Maybe I get a big buffalo carp or something. I'll give it that to you. Never know. That's our 6th drum of the day, folks. That's a nice little pound, pound and a quarter. Beautiful fish, folks. Gorgeous. Check them in here when you get them in here close. With purples and blues, chromes, just. This is called a freshwater drum, folks. They get to be about 20, 30 pounds down here. This is just a juvenile. So this guy go. See you, buddy. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate it. I'm always amazed how shell-like catches fish over here. Who thought that fish was in that close to the bank? Gotta keep an eye on my other rod while I'm doing this. Sure like to pull your rod in when you're not looking. I got that hook bent. That's the reason why I couldn't get that. Back over there, I think that do. Job of it. That's what I'm finding. It doesn't look like it. Stupid net pulling so making blind is but using a heavier weight than that, they won't hit it. Good on this one too, folks. Let me just stabilize and let them take that yet, okay? Alright. Where are we in chat? Let's see. See, Ken says, pretty good. How many fish you caught in? Let's see, I've caught 6 freshwater drum and a common carp so far. See, 14 people in, 79 thumbs up. Awesome, folks. Thank you. Let me check my battery. I haven't checked her since I got here. We're about 50%, so I guess it's time to get the old battery extender on here. Give me just a minute here, folks. Give me here just a minute. Last thing you want to do when you're down on the river is let your battery discharge all the way. You never know when something's going to happen down here. But you're going to need a little assistance. All right. No, not quite. There we go, folks. There we go, folks. We're back. I just had to get the battery extender on. I didn't know I was going to even get out fishing. It's a late start. I'm usually out around noon. I didn't start this feed till about 3:30 or 4 o'clock. See, 17 people in, 80 thumbs up. Okay, we're getting close to that 100 barrier, folks. We're getting close to 100, my friends. Our angles look pretty good right there. I like that. Our chat looks pretty good. What's our battery charge on this one? About 49%. We've been in about an hour and a half. We haven't been in that long. Good. See, Miss Giggy says, the bed is calling my name now. See you later, everyone. Have a good evening. All right, Miss Giggy, thanks for coming in. Have a good night, my friend. Don't let the bed bugs bite. Sorry. Where did that come from? 18 people in, 80 thumbs up. Awesome, folks. I had to clear that out of my throat. I don't know where that came from. I don't like the way that's okay. I mean, could use a little bit more. Yeah, these little guys, they don't last long on the hook. They fall off quite a bit. They're free. That's the important thing. They're free. Finally, stuck here for like 20 minutes. I got some sand in her. Getting pretty close to evening, folks. The sun is setting. Gorgeous evening out here, folks. It really is. Wow, pulled in. Here's some of my stuff here. And we got snagged there once, and I had to spend a little bit of time to retie. Just picking through everything and finding the right hook and the right weight, all that other stuff. Good. That. Lines look to be drifting okay. Just kind of moving back and forth slightly. That's what we want. We want, folks. That's one good thing about the backup cell phone. I can read you guys' chat anywhere. I can be sitting right by these rods and still be able to read you guys' chat. Just like I was sitting right in front of the camera. Yeah, this is just a cheap little $20 burner phone, not a back. The main camera, that's a little bit more of an expensive. That's just your basic Galaxy cell phone. It's a track phone. It does its job. Definitely does its job. So that fish hit 3 or 4 times. They got 1/16 ounce weight. I'm right on their beds. And that doesn't look really natural. 1/8 ounce weight there, most of the time. Oh, you little stinker. Up at that time, just missed him. Tup, 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 tup. Good idea to switch to this little 2K crawler technique. Alrighty. Smack it on the way down. snag. Crap. I got 12 on the snag. Nice. What's someone else might get? Ah. Yep, that's someone's line. Not pulling that other line. Someone else's line. That's the line again. That's part of it. All the way off. Well, I got it. Got it off. The hook out with it. Well, once I got it off. Hang on, folks. I'll get this back out here. It's like when the water goes back down, I'm going to be cutting line off something again. I just can't compete when someone's using a 100-pound braid. Where did you get going? Without that. Tag ain't left on it.
What's my hanging? What's up?
Tag in. I gotta cut it on the bottom. Just took me a minute. Sorry about that, folks. So sorry, trying to keep all this stuff going on here right now. Late in the evening. Somebody's line up there, I'm afraid. Stuck in the way, but I did get off of it. Luckily, that's the good part about it. Let that settle and we'll get this other rod back out. Check that chat, okay, folks? kind of dying down. Sun's setting right behind me. Awesome way to spend a day. I bet my hook out. Rain.
Rain Friday night.
It's okay again. You little stinker, man. Bing, 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 bing. Missed him. I'm telling you what those fish are. You tell them what they are when they're picking like that. Could be a 6-inch rum. It could be a 50-pound blue cat. You never know. Pretty good. We got this one back up. Bite that time. Sometimes it will, sometimes it won't. Just gotta cast and recast. Yep, wind blows. That's kind of cool out here. Just leave them in your groups. See, Richard says, yep, that definitely been a good outing, Rich. And again, I do thank you for helping me get out here, my friend. Without that donation, I wouldn't have been able to get out here for sure. I'd have slept for a week, for sure.
Yeah, we'll just.
There's 17 people in, and see, and 85 thumbs up. Awesome, folks. Thank you. just think this water's just starting to warm up down here. Come on, get it. Okay. Thinking about it.
Play my cartoons for you. Good time for a round of beers. Making a couple calls.
Any chance you could turn that down low, Poncho? Any chance you could turn that down low?
What now?
Any chance you could turn that down a little?
Turn my music down for what?
I don't want to get a copyright strike. I mean, there's nothing I can do technically. I was just asking.
Good enough for you?
That's fine. I've got a sock over. It stops a lot of it, but if you're too close, it just. The AI on YouTube just doesn't like. I'll get a little closer to you guys so I don't have to shout. Let's see, NJ, how you doing, Mark? Appreciate you coming in, my friend. NJ says, "Excuse me, sir, are you snagging spoonbill?" Yeah, there was a guy. That's one reason why I have a little trouble fishing down here. Those guys up and down here the shoreline just snagging the heck out of them. No, not snagging. It's out of season. CNJ says, "Tell me that the music he's." Let's see, Robbie, what's going on? How you doing, Robbie? Robbie says, "Hey, MVP fishing." Let's see, Robbie says, "How's the fishing biting?" Let's see, we caught 6 pretty good drums so far and 1 common carp. Doing pretty good today. 29 people in, 89 thumbs up. Awesome, folks. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Still getting bites down here too. Just hooking these little things. It's getting dark. It's getting harder to see them too. I need some glow in the dark paint for my rod. Having trouble with this stuff is that friggin' crap. Seagull out here. Rain, folks, here what's up. And 91, my friends. Dropping temperature out here for sure. Right again. Hey, down tight on there.
What's going on? Everything's good?
Just curious how long we've been in. We didn't get started till late, so.
Oh, yeah.
I hate to go about 2.5 hours.
No.
We haven't been in so long today. I know we didn't get started till
And it's been almost $300
later. And the sun is completely set.
The only one who worked my shit. You look in the group.
What the sticker out in the middle?
He said, man, somebody put a fuse in the wrong goddamn spot. Under the hook. In the hook. Under the hook.
We're gonna give it a little while longer. I don't want to fish after dark.
What's
It's
it, bro?
near dark.
I want to say that's been almost $300 on, and I got that water pump, yeah, I mean, $100 and shit. I mean, they told you about $100 for my shit. Oh man, shit. Oh, fuck it.
Help him pop it.
Spend them 500. Spend them 500 goddamn.
You guys also know down here they seem to slack off around evening this time of the year. So summertime they'll really start hitting
I
night.
come down to the party yesterday. They told me you were just left.
This time of the year they're
I said,
really
here. I said, well, what about here?
really kind of slacking off after dark. I'm getting pack bites.
Yes.
I'm not really going after this stuff all that much anymore.
Okay, big bro, appreciate that, man. Enjoy yourself, man. Later.
Yeah. He's following me around wherever I go. Water's coming out here right now. Wouldn't put it against this spot. I haven't caught a walleye down here in a couple of months. Very into that worm. I got some wallers. Got that one, folks. Got that one, folks. Very lightly protected line. That's another nice one. Nice drop, folks. So lightly, just barely wobbles. Tell you what, we've been in it over 2.5 hours. I think this is a good way to End the feed, folks. Always good to end the feed on a fish. Getting dark. Oh, yeah. Always good to end the day on end the day on a fish. That's a nice little 3.5, 4 pounder. That's about the average size of what we've been catching today. That's 6, 7, yeah, our 7th. So we caught seven of these guys and a pretty big common carp. So wait, end the feed, folks. Just hope you guys enjoyed the show, my friends. Great rest of your night. Let me just switch the camera around here so I can say goodbye to you guys. Let's see, 18 people still in. Let's see, 93 thumbs up. We almost made the 100 barrier, folks. Let's see, Gazi, what's going on? How you doing, Gazi? I'm Mana. How you doing, Mana? Mana says, buddy MVP, always hit that like button. I appreciate that, my friend. Johnny says, hello, everyone. Let's see, Johnny says, hello, MVP. Yeah, we've been in about 2 hours and 34 minutes. It was a late start. Hope you guys enjoyed the show. Yeah, we caught 7 of these and pretty good common carp today. We're just gonna let this guy go right over here for you folks. Hi. All right. What can I say? I'm just gonna have my own good luck. Stay safe. Hope to see you on the water, my friends.
What can I say?
Keep doing what you love. Keep them lines tight. I'll see you on the next one. Thank you. Appreciate it. Bye.